1.
Usually an ominous sign when Neil Robertson gets in first in a frame and all the colours are in the open. Savage scorer.
Yes, he's with the two he had today, he's now up to 764 career centuries. Of course, Stephen, you made one on your comeback. Does this mean all your social media handles have to change? Because you've been 775 for a while.
No, I'm hoping to make at least one more, so there's no point in changing it yet. Neil,
7.
what was he? 12 behind me, my total. Expect him to go past me before the end of the season. If he has a longer run this week, as we expect, 8-4 up, and then a good run at the Crucible, you would expect him to sail past that amount.
$40.
Finished this afternoon's session with 2 centuries. Can we do something similar to finish the match off?
15.
We've been looking for a big performance from him. He did play well against Lu Ning in the first round of the Players' Championship, but that remains the only match he's actually been successful in since he won the UK Championship in December. And not played that much snooker. We've not seen that much of him. Withdrew from a couple of tournaments, bowed out early in a couple of tournaments. But this is the right time of the season to start to hit top form.
$20. $21. $27. $28. $35. $36.
Now this next shot will determine whether he goes on to win the frame at this visit and goes on to make that century break. If this split works out. It's not the biggest target, but he couldn't have hit it much better.
$41.
Yeah, I say it wasn't the biggest target. It
Oh.
looked, there was obviously a wide pack of reds, but there was only really one red that was the one he wanted to hit.
47.
Yeah, a little bit annoyed at that shot. It's got to go back up for the blue.
48.
This whole break he's always had the red in reserve over the yellow pocket should. That's what's just happened. He finishes short on the blue.
$53. $54.
Just checking the scores. The yellow puts him 55 in front, so red in a big colour. It's looking like 9-4.
So just a little
56.
tester here. He needs a colour as well with this red. And if there's a bit of angle on it, he's just got to negotiate position of black. Yeah, you see here's an angle, so maybe take the cue ball through the gap to cannon the black. Oh, he's dropped it in dead white.
57.
Oh, that's frame over. And now the brave man. It's a bit against the century.
$64. 65.
He's a player, I think it's always nice to see him playing well, unless, of course, you're in Jack's
72.
position.
73.
Built around heavy scoring, very confident potter. Good match player, great temperament. All the ingredients you need to reach the top. I think he's found the whole lockdown difficult. Most people have, and he did take a couple of tournaments off.
78.
Just as he said, to sort of mentally reset. But he's clearly ready for the final
79.
push this season. And very often in his career, he's played well in spells. He's had a run of weeks where he's reached finals, won tournaments.
86. 87.
Yeah, I said it was ominous for his
94.
opponent when he gets in early. The situation of the balls proved to be so. Impeccable break. It's been
96.
only once finished. You had to play the red over the yellow pocket, finished short in the blue, but generally it's been in complete control of the cue ball. He's just put himself under a little bit of pressure to make that century. Testy one here. No, solid. And a
99.
little flick on the brown just to make sure he was nicely on it.
The brown then for his 50th century of the season. Wonderful stuff. And of course he came into this last mini session with that breathing space, having won the last before the interval. Wazowski started the evening well, won the first two, but
108.
Robertson restored his four-frame lead, and now he's surely going to be in the semis later in the week. He needs one more. He gets there with his
140.
third century of the day. Ah, change of hands, is it? Oh, look at this. Right-handed.
121
Very nicely done
in the
by
front.
Neil Robertson.
Neil
121 clearance by the Aussie. He's on the brink of victory. One more needed. He leads Jack Lazowski 9-4.